Hey, what's up YouTube? We're going to be having Motivational Mondays.
Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome to episode 3 of one of the biggest misconceptions about photographers is that we have
Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome to the last video of 2018, my last video of 2018, even though I've not put out a video in a while, but today is Monday, and guess what? It's time for Motivational Monday, so I'm putting out this video. Now, before I get into this video, I just want to give you guys a quick recap of how I started my year and what I've done till this point. So there are a few things that have changed this year, like my hairstyle has changed. You guys can pick the old videos and see how I look now. I look different. I've added weight, I'm fatter now. And one of my best friends got married this month. I don't know why, but yeah. So those are a few things that have happened, but let's actually get serious and let's talk about a few things that have happened this year. So at the beginning of this year, I invested in a new camera, which was a Sony a7R III. It was literally me carrying all my savings and putting into that camera because I wanted to do more videos. I think I just was getting to the point where I didn't want to do as much photography as I used to do, and I just wanted to like do more videos. I wanted to do more YouTube videos. I had a goal that I was gonna like put out more content on YouTube, and I actually did that. I started very well. And it was going great till I got lazy and I went into other things and I stopped, but we wanted to get to 50,000 subscribers this year and I got to like 26,000. And that's good. Like I have 26,000 people subscribed to my channel. That can fill up a small stadium. So that's a great thing. Like if I have 2,000, 3,000 people watch my videos, then it means that I'm affecting a few or a lot of people actually positively, and that's just great. So that's how I started this year, and I actually saw it through. By the end of this year, I've done more video projects than I've actually ever done, and I've worked on some video projects that came out, like the things I did for GT Fashion Week that are out, and some other documentaries that are not out yet. So I really am happy with the outcome of this year and how far I pushed myself. But moving into 2019, I want to take it like a step further, and I want to tell you guys a few things that I'll be doing that I feel like you can do to help you improve and help you become a better person. So one of those things that I'll be doing will be setting goals for myself. So now, I'm not going to set goals that I'm just going to jump in or probably like obviously like I advise everybody to set really big goals and huge goals, but set your goals in a way that you can actually grow into them incrementally. So you can say, okay, you know, I'm going to do a lot of videos next year, so I'm going to start by shooting something small in the house and not like overwhelm myself with like a huge video project. So that's what I did this year. I started with like YouTube, gradually moved away from YouTube, and I started doing other things and other projects, right? So it's the same thing I feel like you should do for yourself. So just set goals for yourself, set really big goals, but gradually move into those goals. Do not just rush things. Don't just jump into it and start doing, you know, like the biggest project you can do. Another thing I'll tell you is build a team. You can't do everything by yourself. You can't do everything alone. So if you're gonna like have an editor or have somebody that's going to help you with something or one other thing, just make sure you build a team, because if you look at the biggest companies in the world, they actually have people that can do different things very well in different places. So as a photographer, you really do not have to be a retoucher. You can be a photographer and have somebody that's going to retouch your work for you. If that person is going to do better than you can do, then that's a good thing, because your clients are going to be more pleased. Another thing is that you would have enough time for yourself to actually do other things. So make sure you build a team, make sure you have people, specific people that can do specific things or that are really good at specific things. If you look at, let's talk about Thomas Edison, and I know I'm going way back, and in the year when he actually like employed Nikola Tesla to do most of the stuff, it wasn't because Edison was like a fantastic inventor, but he's known as the father also of inventions, even though most of the things that happen in the company, they were done by Nikola Tesla. So you have to just look for how to bring people that are really good at different things into your company and see how they can actually help you improve and become better as a company and as a brand. Now, another thing I'll talk about for 2019 that you should actually concentrate on is investing in other businesses. If you are a photographer and you know you want to do more of your personal work, you want to, you know, really enjoy what you're doing, then you should invest in other businesses that will bring money to you, so you do not have to take every photography job. Now, I know what it feels like sometimes, because you're like, you don't have money and there's a job that is coming through and the price of the job does not match the normal amount that you charge. But we live in a world now that photography is really competitive, And if you say no, then they'll take you to somebody else. Now, if you have something else that's bringing money in, you can always say no to those jobs, because at the end of the day, it's only going to devalue your company. And if someone says, okay, let's just use dollars, because dollars is like globally accepted currency. Like if someone was going to do something and you say, oh, I'm not doing it for anything less than $100 because this is how much my company charges, right? And they say they have $50, but because you actually need that money and you've not had a job in a while and you don't have other sources of income, you can decide to take that $50 for the job, and that person will not want to pay more than $50 later. And the people around that person, let's say, family or anybody that person introduces you to as a photographer, the person will tell that person that I don't think you should pay more than $50. He might say 100 at first, but if you tell him 50, he will take it. So in a way, he's actually devaluing your company. So you have to put that at the back of your mind when it comes to businesses. Invest in other things that will bring small money for you, or a lot of money. You can do your photography work, take the money, invest in other businesses, and those businesses will bring money for you. So you really do not have to kill your brand by taking any job that you can take. At the same time, you can set up another company separately that will handle those small jobs, and it's going to be different from your actual photography company. So you're not the person that is doing it, you have people that are doing it, but if you have to come in and do this job, then they have to pay you this certain amount. So I feel like investing in other businesses should be something that you should put at the back of your mind. Another thing is investing in yourself, self-education. Go out, download as much tutorials as you can download. If you have to pay for them, and just look for how to improve yourself generally. Now, a brand is only as good as the person that is in charge of it. So if you're not going to develop yourself and become better, over time, people are going to be better than you, and people are going to leave you behind. So you have to learn about business, you have to learn about whatever you're doing. Let's say you're a photographer, a makeup artist, anything that you're doing, you have to actually learn about that craft and become extremely good at it. And that way you can grow and become better. Last thing is, whatever you do, trust in God and trust the process, because it's going to take time to get to wherever you want to get to. If you're building a brand, you need to give yourself 5 years to actually get to a point where your brand can be recognized. I've been doing this since 2012, and it's 2018, the last day. So it's going to be 2019 very soon. And it's taken this long for me to actually build a brand where if you say Prince Meyson in some certain groups, people know that you're talking about a photographer. So it takes a long time for you to be able to build your brand. So do not be in a hurry, do not rush. Do not try to do what people do in 5 years. Don't try to do it in 1 year. There are some people that, they blow up in 6 months and they become very popular, but it's not every time and it's not everybody it happens to. So just take your time, work gradually, and you get to that point. Like I said, invest in other things for whatever you're doing. It really doesn't matter, even if you're a graphic designer. You need to set your standards and stick with those standards. And the only way you do that is if you have other sources of income till your company is big enough to be able to say no to some certain jobs and say, we're fine. And you guys will still have enough money to still survive for that period of time. But yeah, that's about it. 2019, I'm going to be introducing a few things to the channel, and I'm going to be introducing a few things to the brand. We're going to do a lot more video content, and hopefully I'll be able to show it behind the scenes and, let you guys see my growth, and hopefully, you people will be able to learn about these things that I'm doing while I'm actually learning and growing. So that's one thing I want to do in 2019. I'm trying to shoot some personal projects that I'm working on with the team. We're trying to shoot some short movies and also invest in other things. I'm also trying to invest in other businesses apart from my photography and all that stuff, so that I can have other things going on for me. Then I'm also going to be doing mentorship programs where, if you're not in Nigeria, you can apply online and we can have retouching and just talk about business and photography and all that. And also, if you're in Nigeria, if you're in Lagos specifically, I have a separate mentorship program for you where you can come and shoot in the studio and also retouch with me and learn one-on-one. So that's the thing. I hope you have a great 2019. I hope everything that you hope for and everything you wish for comes to pass, and I hope that everybody here does great. See you guys in 2019. See you guys in the next video. Have a great and have a fantastic day. See you later.